Greetings and welcome to Monster Legends, and a special feeding episode. This time we're going to be feeding the second assistant of the Ingenica Smith event. And of course this is also an artifact. This is Prototyperion. And unfortunately he's got some locked rune slots, but we do have another of him. Maybe the other one fixes this minor defect. But anyway, let's find out what he's got, right? So let's, okay. We're going to put him right next to Hyperion. He's right over there. Okay, he seems to be a little less peace-loving than his brethren who he's sitting right next to at the moment. Alright, so let's find out what else he does, right? Okay, he's sitting in here. Can't see him because he's a Weelun. Okay, this is Prototyperion. And of course, he's an epic. He is metal. He is nature, and he's drilling in the ground. Could you not drill in the ground just yet? Thank you very much. Of course, he has the artifact thing, so he's not alive, so he's immune to all status effects, positive and negative. Alright, so power-wise, he seems to have around the same power that he does speed, a little bit more in the power department. His life looks like it's going to be fairly okay for a for an epic, that is. He might actually be a little bit on the tanky side, so that's kind of interesting. Let's take a look at some skills now. Early iteration deals low physical damage to one enemy. Then we have Woodbye. Deals moderate nature damage to one enemy. Okay, a little bit more strength on the nature side. And now his special skill. Hard Reboot. Hard Reboot. 50% chance of killing one enemy. 20% chance of killing a boss. Well, that's kind of interesting. So, anyway, let's go on back. Prototyperion was Ingenica's first successful war robot, made from rough materials. She hadn't yet found the ultimate formula to make her artifacts immune to all status effects, but she did manage to make Prototyperion a bulwark, so even he is not immune. He's very resistant, but apparently he is immune. So I don't know what that means. Alright, I'm just thinking the storyline does not quite meet that thing. Unless, of course, his abilities are going to do something to him. But he's immune to all status effects. So they really can't, unless they do damage. I don't know. I'm just looking at this and saying that doesn't quite mesh. So anyway, it's time to feed up the artifact, isn't it? And we need to crank him up. So let's get him to level 4. Oh, pardon me. He wasn't level 4. He's level 4 now. Alright, it hasn't really changed that much. He's a little bit taller, I suppose. He's got a few more dials on him. Okay, and he's blowing his top. The top didn't come back. I guess he's just going to blow another one. Alright, so let's go on to the skills. And the skills start at level 7. Soldering 101. Heals one ally by 10%. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. That's an interesting one for someone who's supposedly going to be damaging. Or at least a tank or something like that. Alright, let's continue to level 10. 20 tons per inch. Deals moderate metal damage to one enemy. Okay, so that's actually not bad. For a first attack, it's getting close to high damage there. Alright, that's not bad. That's more like it. That's more like it. So let us continue to level 15. And his next skill. Tage Frig. Okay. Deals moderate metal damage to one enemy. 50% chance of applying daze. Alright, so it's a metal hit that can apply daze 50% of the time. Alright. Why don't we just throw it in the front? Because we're not going to keep it. I ain't keeping no 50%. Nope. Alright, let's continue to level 20. And his final evolution. Joint Soldier removes 20% of total life from one ally, heals itself by 20%. Wait a minute. What? He takes away 20% of total life from an ally. I'm going to assume that that is current life. And heals itself by 20%. Okay, that sounds kind of evil. That really does. I mean, if it was a higher percentage, I could see the payoff on that. You know, take 20% away and gives himself 40% or something like that. But that sounds kind of evil. Just saying. All right, well, we'll just like throw it there because I'm not going to keep that one. Frankly, I'm not going to keep that one either. That's really... Okay, there he is. His final form. Prototyperion. He's got like a flower growing on his back there, a weed. Maybe it's a flower, it just hasn't bloomed yet. Okay, he keeps blowing his top though. Alright, let's go to level 25. Paul Sellers. Deals very heavy metal damage to one enemy. Alright, that's a good skill. I'm going to put that right there. I ain't keeping that other one. No, I'm not. Nope. Alright, so let's continue again to level 30. Skills are kind of strange here. Okay, Joint Soldier. Removes 20% of total life from one ally. Heals itself by... Why does this skill exist? I mean, I don't understand why this skill exists. I'll put it there for now. I mean, is he going to be taunting? If he's going to be taunting, I could see that. But I can't see it the way it is right now. He doesn't have anything that justifies that. Alright, let's continue. To level 35. Soldier Excess. Heals one ally by 30%. Removes 40% of total life from itself. 57 stamina. It's only a 30% heal. Commons do 30% heals to the entire group without any consequence. What is it with these skills? I don't understand, and I can't frankly think what I would take out. Alright, here we have a really heavy hit, and over here we have another one. I mean, this is a better one, but it's a 1-round cooldown. I guess we could keep that one. Alright, I'm hoping something better is coming. I do not understand these skills. You know, I can understand in terms of percentages. See, if that one was a total heal, that would be okay. It takes 40% of his health away. I could understand that then. But I just don't understand it the way it is. Commons do that to the entire group without any consequences. You know, the Treaser does that. I don't understand that skill. That doesn't seem to be a very good idea, especially with that stamina cost. Okay, so far this is... I'm not going to say it, let's just continue and see what else he's got. There may be a skill that just ties all this together. Maybe? Sam Maloof. Deals massive metal damage to one enemy, requires cooldown. Well, what is with the names? I guess you gotta take it. Right? I mean, it's a bigger hit. He's an epic. Who knows how many hits he's gonna get, right? Alright, let's continue to level 45. Remember, he's an epic, so his skills might run out long before the other ones. Is there anything I want to just take out because it just sucks so much? You know, I'm going to put that up there for now. Alright, level 50. You know, I don't know if there's anything left, but I have yet to see anything that's really good except for those single target metal hits, which don't give effects, by the way. Alright. Level 50. Okay, what is this? 6 tons per inch. Applies 50% stun to all enemies. I'm going to go out on a limb and say there's a 50% chance to stun all enemies. With a huge stamina cost. I cannot see any reason for the existence of this skill. Joint soldier. Oh, pardon me. Joint solder. I just don't see any reason for this existence. 20 and 20? I mean, I don't see... Either one of these is terrible, but I'm going to put that there. 50% stun. I'm guessing that means 50% chance it's done. It might be bug like the other ones and it's actually 100%. I guess it's something you'd have to goof around with to find out. But, is that it? So let's go on. Level 55. Okay, this is new. 40 tons per inch. Deals moderate nature damage to all enemies. Gives all enemies metal protection? Why would you do that? He's half metal. His big attacks are metal. Why would he do that? I really don't understand. I have 2 hits here. I guess I gotta put this one here. I don't understand. Why would you give them metal protection? I mean, it says moderate, but it's like, it's close to low. And he's got, I still have 2 big metal hits. You do this and he's going to take half damage from them. Why would you do that? If it was metal weakness, then I'd be like, okay, we got us some stuff here. But it's not. I don't understand this. Someone's going to have to explain this character to me. I do not understand this. I'm just going to put it there just because. I only had the other one there because I had nothing else for it. Okay, I guess we don't have anything else here, so we're just going to do this. And we don't. Alright, and I don't think there's anything hiding in here. No, there isn't. Okay, let's look at the stats here. Okay, so he's okay in the meaty department, considering he is an epic there. You know, it's above normal, I would say. Power and speed, a little low, but you could kind of understand that. He makes good money. He makes good money. He sucks. It's like someone went out of their way to make him suck. I mean, this isn't a matter of like, hey man, where, oh, these skills are terrible. It's a matter of, why would I ever use these skills? You know, with the one exception. They had the one chain that was okay, which is, in this case, I took the Sam Maloof, because basically they were single target, heavy metal hits. In this case, massive, and with low cooldowns. Other than that, everything else he's got is crap. I mean, I don't understand why I would use these skills. You know, there's no reason for them. Alright, just to show what I'm talking about. These are the skills that I took. They seem to, I don't know, the least horrible? I don't know. Anyway, let's start with this one. This was the last one we got, and the most confusing, frankly. Okay, 40 tons per inch. Deals moderate nature damage to all enemies. It couldn't have just ended there, could it? No. It couldn't have just ended there. Gives enemies metal protection. He's half metal. Why would he do that? That doesn't make any sense. Let's look at the next skill to see how ridiculous this one is. Alright, his second skill is Sam Maloof. I don't know. Anyway, this one deals massive metal damage to one enemy, requires cooldown. It's a 2-round cooldown. This is a good skill. Big, old, heavy hit. Fairly low cooldown. We could have gotten one with a little less damage with a 1-round cooldown, but I figured, you know, if we're going to do it anyway, how many chances does an epic get to actually do damage, right? So you probably want to have the biggest one you can. Cooldown's not really an issue for an epic, after all, right? Right. If you do that first skill, this one's going to do half damage. I don't understand. All right, here we go. Now, this one seems to try to be a good skill, except, of course, it's got a big problem. This is 60 tons per inch. Okay, applies a 50% stun to all enemies. Now, I'm assuming that means there's a 50% chance to stun the enemy. I can't read that any other way. Otherwise, I have no idea what a 50% stun is. You know, I don't know what a 50% stun is. So I'm guessing it's a 50% chance to stun. Now, it doesn't have any damage along with it. It just tries to stun, and it's got a 50% chance. If you weren't going to do damage, that's fine. Why is it a 50% chance? And why is it worded so badly? I just don't know. And then finally, we have this. This was part of a chain. A very disturbing chain. This is Solder Excess. Heals one ally by 30%. Removes 40% total life from itself. Now, he had a bunch of these. The other ones all took life away from allies and gave it to himself. But it was a 1-for-1. So he would take 20% or 30% and give himself 20 or 30%. He's kind of like a vampire then, you know? He's draining the life of his friends to save himself. See, if the other ones were targeted towards an enemy, it wasn't targeted towards an enemy, right? Hold on. No. Look, removes 20% of total life from one ally. And it says one ally. And then heals self by 20%. So he's doing a life drain on his own teammates. Is that a mistake? Or is it just he's a real bum? Because that's a really crappy thing to do. Keep himself alive at the cost of his friends. I mean, if it was an increased amount he was getting, or if he had a taunt. See, if he had, say, like a 2-round taunt, and he was doing that to keep himself alive while he was protecting the rest of his team, I could see that. I could see how that could work, right? Not a 1-for-1 basis, but I could see how that would work. But he doesn't have a taunt. He doesn't have a taunt. So I kept the one that was the only one that's actually useful to the members of the team. That being, he heals somebody and removes 40% of his life doing it. The other ones were all negative ones. This one, I'm letting him be a nice guy. I just don't understand this character. You know the first one, Hyperion? He was very good. He had some very good skills that would be useful. Pretty darn good skills, too, you know? This guy does not have good skills. This guy sucks. It's, as I said, it looks like someone intentionally made him really suck. You know, it's not a matter of his skills are bad, it's a matter of they're horrific. So, you won't see me putting him into any wars anytime in the near future. I don't know why this was made. Okay, I think, you know, she made a failure on the first one, but the first one turned out a lot better than the second one. You call this a war machine? I call it a vampire, a hostile one attacking your own teammates. So anyway, thank you very much for your attention. I really appreciate it, and play games, because games are fun. See ya!